And so we are working with Wheel of the World because they can work with the DMOs to help get their hotels to map the accessible features. And so I think Camilo is going to talk a little bit about that, and then you can have questions after that. So we're delighted to be working with you.
Same here.
All right, well, you know. So yes, that's the basic answer. Have done, would do again. All right. Are we wrapping? Are we done? Okay, so we try to wrap up, each of these Q&As. We cover a lot of different stuff, right? We talk about our strategy, and we talk about internal culture, and we talk about stuff that's going on around in the world. But at the end of the day, the reason why we're here is to help build products that give people the power to express what they care about, to build community, and to come together. And I just think it's always important to ground these sessions with a story about how what we're doing is making a difference in someone's life. So we typically wrap up these Q&As by going to a story of how someone has found something have used our services for something meaningful for them. So let's go to it.
I've always wanted to swim with whale sharks. You just feel so free in the water.
It was beautiful. Realizing that I could be in this place, being very active and close to do outdoor activities, I thought that it was something that I would never do again.
These things I just didn't think would be possible.
If you have the right support, you can overcome any situation. When I was 18 years old, I had a car accident. I had a spinal cord injury. From that moment, I have paralyzed my body from chest down. Everything from brushing my teeth to getting dressed to moving myself around is super hard. I had a lot of support of my family, and I started reconstructing my life again. So I thought people with disabilities have to have experience as anyone else. Me and my good friend Camilo said, okay, let's organize the first trip ever of a wheelchair user to Torres del Paine. We started talking with the local travel services there, and they told us that you guys are crazy, we have never seen a wheelchair here. We never thought that we could go to Torres del Paine. We opened an Instagram account, and our story kind of went viral. We started receiving a lot of requests of people with similar disabilities. We said, okay, we can do something even bigger than what we were expecting. We have developed Wheel of the World experiences in 13 destinations in 5 countries.
As someone who can't walk at all, to get the opportunity to do this, I'm just so grateful.
We created Wheel of the World to allow millions of people with different disabilities and their families and friends to experience thousands of places.
All right, have a good rest of the week.
So, Jake asked me maybe 2 hours ago, hey Camilo, could you please share what has changed since 2019, where I was in the same place, in San Francisco, right? November, I think, if I'm not wrong. What has changed since then? I think that many things have changed. To begin with, back then we were like 10 people in the company, now we're like 45. Also, we had like maybe 150 different listings for our travelers to book trips to. Today we have 1,000. But there's one thing that didn't change, our purpose, which is to make the world accessible. How we're doing that? We created this marketplace. Essentially, we allow travelers with disabilities and seniors to find and book accessible places to stay, things to do, and multi-day trips through willtheworld.com by providing detailed accessibility information, smart recommendations for each user need, and an experienced customer service that guarantees accessibility. So since we launched, 2,000 people have booked trip with us, 40% of them people with disabilities, and 60% of them, their families, travel companions, who are also booking trips through our platform. So we came with the idea to build an accessibility data ecosystem. So what is that means, really? Well, that means we created an accessibility mapping system, which is an app that works on any phone that can be used by anyone, and we're bringing accessible data to the cloud. So basically, we're collecting around 200 data points of hotels, tours in different parts of the world, and this app is being used by a community of mappers that are trained, certified by us, and we have already more than 200 people as we speak raising accessible information, making site inspection, and guaranteeing that that information that we're raising is accurate. So here is how it works. So basically, these mappers, what they do is they open their app, and let's say that they want to start mapping an hotel. What they do is they start searching that specific hotel in that specific location in our centralized database in order to match the information that they will be raising. And once they start using this, they just need their phone, a measuring tape, and that's it. Wi-Fi, if they don't have good signal, might. And once they start going through the process, what they really do is go step by step, entering information, those 200 data points that I was describing, in centimeters of inches, as it corresponds, in the building entrance to begin with, like if there are steps, is there a ramp, is there an elevator? All that specific information is being collected through this app with specific door width and other type of information that then we use this to create a new listing that now is being displayed in our platform. Let's say that hotel that we were raising the information. Also, we collect specialized pictures that are showing and displaying how accessible are their lobbies or restaurants and rooms. Because we already have the information, what we're doing for our partners is basically a seal and an assessment. What that means, with this information, 200 data points that we collected, we can compare that with the ideal standard, and we can assess and let them know, hey, maybe you could change the door handle, the round door handle that you have for a lever one. And this is just an example of those 200 data points that I was describing. And that's how we are adding value from day one to each one of our partners who sign up in our platform. Again, this is the way that we get a new listing into our platform. On the other hand, when users, they get into our platform, they are telling us specifically what are their accessibility needs. They go step by step, telling us what are those needs, and once they fill out that profile, our system can match that specific accessibility profile with that information that we collected in the first place, and we can recommend whether or not that listing satisfies that specific need. So, in simple words, we're tailoring a unique user experience to each one of our users by finding what's the listing, what's the hotel that satisfies their specific need. And we can even tell them where do they have those matches and where do they have those mismatches. So for example, if someone were to book a hotel night through our platform here, we would let them know that there's a thick carpet, that someone in a wheelchair might have some problems to move around. So as we keep growing our supply side, basically more partners, more listing, we're collecting more data, and on the other hand, as we grow our user base, we're using that information to provide insights to our partners. For example, the importance of the height of the bed, the importance of having a certain type of shower, the importance of having accessible transportation in that hotel, for example. And this is what really excites us, that we think that by building this marketplace, we can even impact the infrastructure in order to allow them to become better. So today, we are expanding our supply side, basically our listings, from the 1,000 that we have today to 9,000 by the end of 2023. So we are really excited. I'm really excited to be here, and hopefully you will be willing to have a conversation. We really want to help. We need also your help as well. Like, we won't exist if we don't collaborate. Like, we really need more hotels, more tours, more organizations that are really thinking on how we can make the world more accessible. Just before
If you want, we can talk about what led us to use wheels instead of legs. That way, we can tell you the sad version and version 2.0, which is even sadder. Or if you'd rather, we could do it like the movies, and we'll embellish everything with a tearful story of effort and determination. But there's something we have to tell you. We're not superheroes. We didn't feel like them when we climbed to over 2,430 meters above sea level, or in the most beautiful and incredible places in the world. Unlike superheroes, we thought the same thing anyone would. We felt grateful to be there, because it made us understand several things. But before we start to tell you, could you please change the music? Because there in Machu Picchu, we realized that despite everything, this is not a cheap imitation of life. This is not a copy or a simulation. This is not a lake that longs with all its heart to be the sea. This, my friends, is life. Life at its fullest. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't let anyone make you feel otherwise. Believe us, we are saying this for every tear shed, for every person hugged. In flickering neon lights with fireworks lighting up the sky, life. Pack your bags, recover the ability to wonder, open your heart and let it explore. But even then, you won't be prepared for this, because we are not inviting you to travel. We are inviting you to live.
My name is Camilo Navarro. I'm the co-founder and COO of Wheel the World. Happy to answer questions.
Okay, any questions? So I've got one, and let's see how much time we've got. So we've got a few minutes here. So why do hotels? What you're asking them is to help you map find hotels that will map themselves, or find someone in those destinations to map the hotels. So what is it for the hotel?
Okay, so at this point, none of the above. What we're doing is we are doing the mapping for them. Okay, so we are running site inspections with our community. So essentially, for some hotels, this is for free. And what's there for them is basically, number one, we're gonna let you know exactly what are the things that you could improve. Number two, we're gonna provide you insights on what are the demographics, for example, that our travelers are looking for. And number three, we are giving you the opportunity to start getting a new type of user, a new type of revenue that you weren't targeting before. Our whole platform is designed for people with disabilities. So we are really tailoring that experience, and we're channeling that to our partners. So essentially, additional revenues.
So, and then the other thing, are you including more than just mobility? Are there, other attributes for visually impaired, hearing impaired, neurodiversity?
Yes, we do We started focusing on mobility, kind of our story as we shared came from there. But as we keep growing, we are including all type of disabilities, and we are collecting information about accessibilities for people with cognitive disabilities, sensorial disabilities, visual or auditive. So yes, we are collecting that information too.
Okay, since we're going to be working together, I'm just going to give you some advice based on the listening tour that I've taken with hotels. And that is the thing that that I think the positioning that you have for hotels is really, they hate complaints. You know, that's what, I mean, they really don't react well to complaints because they have to keep training people on how to handle them. And they have such turnover in positions like front desk positions. You know, there's a 30% turnover every year, so it's really hard to train them. And I think what you offer is really more accurate expectations.
Absolutely.
Of what the consumer will find, and that will result in less complaints and fewer litigation issues. And so that's one, you know, that's an area that I think that destinations should really use. So, so anyway, I see a hand go up.
So sorry, if I may add to your point, because actually, I just want to make it clear that we are not here to judge whether your hotel is inaccessible or accessible. We're here to raise information, organize the information, recommend the information for that user to understand whether or not are going to have an amazing time in your property or not. So that's the magic behind getting more and more information in order and provide that information to the traveler.
Hi, Cody with Visit Rapid City. I just wanted to ask, so like your website and everything, you focus a lot about with hotels and different things you can do in locations. How do you partner with the DMOs, or do you just kind of use that as like a facilitator to talk to the different hotels, or how does that relationship normally work?
Very good question. We are in the exploration on how we could partner with them. We think that that's one way, like basically to get those connections. But we think that there's as you may see, most of that content that we have been showing is part of our marketing department at the company. So we really think that we can do a lot in terms of generating marketing to those destinations, which ultimately will be beneficial for both Wheel the World and that specific destination. So imagine, just as an example, if we could create an amazing content like the one that we were showing you, we could map as many places, touristic attractions, hotels, have them on the platform, and then promote it with those campaigns. So yes, that's one way.
So also, Toby, one of the ways we're going to work with Wheel the World and the DMO, the Destination Ally DMOs, is they're going to create a Zoom session about this so they'll blast it out to all their hotels. And so you have, you know, say you have 100 hotels, and there may be only 10 that are even interested in this, but that's a start. And so those 10 will tell other hotels, they talk to each other, the GMs talk to each other, and they will tell other hotels. And so we're just going to, you know, so we're going to be sort of the, you know, the catalyst, I guess, is really what it is, to get this moving, and that's why we want to work with them, because between them, Threshold 360, and the other partners, it'll ultimately result in more accurate expectations, and it's really, there's no information, there's no ADA for information, and that's what we're all providing here, because the DMOs can do that. Anyway.
Hey Camilo, Sasha from Google Maps. I love this project. I'm so excited to see you and Alvaro and your whole team here, and know you have 1,000 places. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's awesome. My specific question is, so what's the door-to-door experience like? So I leave my house in New York, I get to the hotel in Orlando. I can tell from Wheel the World about the destination in terms of the hotel, but the whole trip there, do you have some offering there or some partnership with the whole trip experience?
Yeah, so in terms of specific products we offer are basically places to stay, things to do and multi-day trips, which means that from the moment you arrive to the airport to the moment that you get back to the airport, we can help you there. We do have partners in most of the destinations, so that's the products that we're currently focusing on. We do not have flights yet. We will have cruises very soon. I don't know where the Royal Caribbean people are. So yeah.
So, anyway, so just the, we're honored to have you. How did that Mark Zuckerberg video come about?
Good question. I don't know if it's a good thing to be related to Mark Zuckerberg anymore, but he's under a lot of pressure there. But yeah, we got involved because Facebook was running a program where they wanted to promote groups in social media that they were promoting something positive for society. And probably they apply around like 10,000 different organizations, and we got selected among like 100. And then from that 100, still we don't know, but they decided to do one video that was Mark Zuckerberg presenting, which we didn't know that he was going to present it. So then eventually someone called us like, hey, Mark Zuckerberg is presenting your company. And we were like, what? And that's the video.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.